Okay, I'm going to show some examples of how to use the alignment tool and just your precise moving tools to make a more precise object. So I'm going to make a piece, an example piece of a cube puzzle. To do so, I want to find a rounded cube. So I'm going to go over here, oops, here, rounded cube, enter. And this is the one I want. I like that one. So I'm going to bring that in here. And I want to change its corner radius. I'm going to make it 2. So I can click here and just hit 2, enter. I'm going to zoom in though. I'm going to get this out of my way right now. Zoom in on that. Okay. And I need to make this a 1 centimeter cube. So I'm going to click on that, make that 10. I'm going to click on this one, make that 10, and click on this one and make that 10. So now I have a 1 centimeter cube. I'm going to click on it and do Control C, Control V, and just drag this one off on the plane somewhere. So I can use that to make copies. Alright, so I'm going to just make an example piece. Let me make a copy of this one. Control C, Control V. Carefully not to grab the thing. I'm going to try and move it and position it so it's touching this one. Now that looks pretty good. If I look straight from the top, that looks pretty aligned. If I zoom in on that, that looks like I'm pretty good right on that seam there. But what if I wasn't? What if I grab this thing and I go like this? Okay. Well, one thing I do is highlight both these, and then I could use this tool here to try to align them. And I want this to be aligned, along their centers this way, so these two faces touch. So I can click on this, and it'll align that. Another thing I could do is I could align it so that their edges, so like if I click this one right here, it would do the same thing because it'll align these edges together. But since this is a symmetric square, it doesn't matter. Alright, now that brought them along the same line, so now I can be a little bit more careful looking, let's click on the front here. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to move it so they touch. Okay, now that looks about 2 centimeters or millimeters. If I want to check and make sure, I could drag that 10 centimeters and see, does it overlap? It surely does. Okay, so I know that's good, so I'll go ahead and just drag this back 10 centimeters and make sure I don't go pull it forward, so I got to push it that way. So this is 0 here, and so that should be good. Now let me look at the top again, make sure that looks good. So I've got those two nicely aligned. So basically using your line tool here and then your dimensions down here, you can get it aligned precisely. And now we want to join these so I don't mess that up. So I'm going to go ahead and select both of them and then join it. Now it's one object. Okay, so now what if I want to do add another one to it? Okay, so let's go ahead and get another block here. I'm going to do Control C, Control V. Grab that. I want to maybe put that on the back side of this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try and be very precise. And I'm going to bring this in right there. So that looks like it aligned pretty good. Okay. If I wasn't sure, I could do that same thing. I could scale it over here, and if it looks like it overlaps completely, then we're good, and then bring it back. But I also want to make sure it's aligned the other direction. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go like this, which selects those, but remember, this is a solid object. So when I go to this alignment tool, I don't want to click this because it'll move it right there. So I want to undo that. All right, come back to the alignment tool. What I do want to do is select this one right here, which aligned it to this face here. So we're good. Now I'm going to join those together. So now that's one object. All right, let's get back to our face. Okay, I'm going to copy this, Control C, Control V, And I'm going to try and get this up on top. I'm going to bring this up, and I can do that precisely by looking at that number there. I get it to 10. This number right here is 10. So I know that's how far I've brought it up off the plane. Better view here. Okay. So I got this view now, and I can see it's right on top. And I can grab it, and again, shift it precisely. There we go. Working in 1mm units makes it kind of nice because this is a 1mm grid, and so it snaps to that. Okay, so that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all that and join it, and I now have one object there. And you can just keep repeating this process until you've gotten them all aligned and joined. So this could be one piece of my puzzle that I've made. And then I can make the other pieces in a similar manner. Now if I wanted to present them in the way they would actually fit in an exploded view, then I would make another one right here, another one here, and then arrange them, and I can move them into place the way they would actually be, and then just slide one out this way, one out this way, one out this way, one out this way, one up, one backwards. And that way they would be in position the way they would actually assemble. So I'm going to pause here on this video, and we'll make another tutorial.